Okay, everybody. Hi, my name is Kyriaki Xiraki Tselios. People know me as Kiki. I'm an ML ELL teacher for District 75. I have been teaching for 32 years, out of which 16 are with District 75 in my current role as an ML ELL teacher. Before we begin, let's do some housekeeping. We're going to use our Q&A function to submit feedback, questions, ideas, and more. We'll share what's coming in there throughout the session. You will receive a recording of the webinar after it is over. Use the camera function on your smartphone to easily open links via QR code throughout the webinar. I want to make a note here. If you want to keep the QR codes for the future, or to make it easier for you, if you're listening to us through your phone, please take a screenshot of the QR code and do a reverse search. That works as well. So let us go to the next slide. Now, I want everyone to write down this website, teachnyc.net. It is the ultimate resource for all things related to teaching at NYC public schools. It's been redesigned to provide great new resources and tools to help you learn about NYC public schools and find the pathways to teach that's right for you. So let's go over our agenda. So we will begin with an overview of New York City public schools, the teacher application process, the job search process, and then we're going to have some time for questions and next steps. Next page, please. NYC Public Schools Overview. Now we're going to go over a snapshot of the district, benefits of a career with New York City Public Schools, teacher support, and opportunities. This is our chancellor, Kamar Samuels, and we're going to talk about his vision. As a lifelong educator who has served our system as a teacher, principal, and superintendent, as the parent of two NYCPS students, I know firsthand that our schools are the heart of our communities. I believe that our students from early childhood throughout graduation deserve schools that are safe, academically rigorous, and truly integrated. They should know that their children are learning the fundamentals, starting with reading, and are being challenged academically, guided by high expectations, strong instructions, and teachers who believe in them. And now we're going to go to our next page. So you will be joining the nation's largest school district when you join NYC Public Schools. We are the largest, most dynamic district in the nation with over 900,000 students who speak over 180 languages and a network of 77,000 fellow teachers. And New York City educators have a unique privilege and responsibility to jumpstart the next generation of innovators, leaders, and citizens. NYCPS students represent a wide range of backgrounds, identities, languages, and learning needs. They need teachers who reflect their diversity and are ready and able to support their learning. Whatever your background, experience, and skill sets are, there are students in NYC public schools and classrooms waiting for a teacher like you. New York City has 1,600 schools that are diverse, just like our students, and the district neighborhoods we serve from neighborhood schools with deep roots in the local community to small thematic schools in performing arts. These schools focus on STEM, humanities, and dual language schools. Whatever your interest or passion may be, there is a school for you. You can choose a school that fits your teaching philosophy and engage with a community of like-minded professionals. With our schools, teachers build personal connections with their students, colleagues, and families to support relationship building and learning outcomes. We will talk later about how to find your fit and navigate the job search process in New York City. Now we're going to go to the next page. As many of you are familiar, we have smaller sizes in classrooms, which means we have bigger opportunities for hiring. So the class size has been minimized. That means that we have hired thousands of additional teachers last year and this year to ensure our classrooms citywide are in compliance with the law. So we're going to go to the next page. New schools equals new opportunities. New York City Public Schools is always growing with new schools opening every single year. This fall, we will have 7 new schools opening. Who are we looking for? Next page, please. New York City Public Schools is dedicated to attracting and retaining the very best teachers for our schools. We are looking for passionate, collaborative, and committed teachers who reflect the incredible diversity of our student body. Passionate. Our team of exceptional educators are passionate about educating urban students, truly believing in the power education can make in students' lives. Collaborative. Our teachers thrive on constant learning and collaboration with colleagues. Committed. Our students go above and beyond for students, understanding student challenges and embracing their potential. Diverse. We seek teachers who are as diverse as our students. Help put our students on the path to college, careers, and a lifetime of learning. Teachers have long-term impact. Teachers impact student achievement 2 to 3 times more than any other aspect of schooling. Among school-related factors, studies show that teachers matter most. When it comes to student performance on reading and math tests, teachers have 2 to 3 times the effect of any other school factor, including services, facilities, and even school leadership. Research has shown that a teacher's impact on their own class has what they call spillover effects for the entire school. When you make an impact on students within your classroom, those students then go on to raise the level of achievement in the future classes. In any given school year, a teacher can make a huge impact on the students in their class. Students can read proficiently by the end of third grade, are significantly less likely to drop out of high school. Graduating from high school is associated with major life benefits, including increased wealth, health, and likelihood of employment. Next page, please. Benefits of a career at NYC Public Schools. What are some of the benefits? Make a difference in the lives of your fellow New Yorkers, maybe even those in your local community. Focus on building a better future. Use your skills to help develop the nation's next leaders innovators, and educators. Hashtag future leaders. Build clear relationships with colleges dedicated to a shared goal. You'd be joining a robust network of over 70,000 teachers. Build relationships with those fellow teachers. Hashtag friends. Teacher testimonials. We're going to the next page. If you're here, it's because you are passionate about education and helping students learn in the most diverse city in the world. This is Sergio. He graduated from Brooklyn College, teaches middle school English language arts, and that is his quote. And this is Arlene. Celine teaches science in high school, focused on supporting English language learners, and has had the opportunity to support students during these critical years as they are learning English and preparing for college study in the health science. Here, alternate code is the kind of classroom you will have has a lot to do with what you are willing to make of it. Okay, so now we have a teacher spotlight. We're gonna be playing a video for you to listen. This is Ohasi Feliz, one of the teachers that presents at the teacher recruitment, and she's teaching the community in the community that has raised her. Here he talk about why she chooses to become a teacher. We will be playing the video now. Hopefully we will get sound. If we don't, we're gonna move on. But let's just play the video. Thank you.
I've always wanted to work with kids. My bachelor's degree was in psychology and sociology. I decided that instead of going that route, I wanted to pursue my education master's and start teaching. What's beautiful about teaching now is that we are all in this together. We all work together. We all collaborate together. I'm here to facilitate. I'm not here to lecture them for the entire period. They get to experience learning with each other. They get to experience making mistakes and learning from their mistakes. They get to experience exploring. Go for it. Being a teacher is like no other career. It's just so amazing how you can come into a building and work with a group of kids. You're shaping the future. Working in the community that I grew up has made me the person that I am today. I know the world better, and that's because I am a teacher and I work at PS 178 and I work in New York City and I work in Washington Heights, and I love it.
Wonderful. Thank you to Ohasi. So we're going to the next page. On September 14, 2026, salaries will start at $71,314 for bachelor's and no experience, and $80,166 with a master's and no experience. Teachers' starting salaries vary based on education and experience. You can also earn additional compensation for teaching after school or summer school programs and for teaching in demanding environments like District 75. The Office of Teacher Recruitment and Quality is unable to predict what your starting salary will be based on your experience and educational attainment, regardless of the teaching pathway you choose. You can estimate your starting salary by visiting the UFT salary schedule. This outlines opportunities for increases based on previous teaching experience, longevity at NYC public schools, and educational credits. All teachers begin at the base salary and then apply for salary steps and salary differentials using the salary application system after beginning to teach. So, for example, when I was hired, I started on the base salary, and I was able to carry 7 years of experience, and I already had my second master's. So I applied for everything, and I got everything retroactively because everything was already in schedule before I got hired. So if eligible for a higher salary due to your experience, educational attainment, you must apply for a salary step when you begin teaching full-time at NYC public schools. You cannot apply before then. If you're a paraprofessional, your years of service do not count towards teaching salary steps. If you are a full-time substitute teacher, your experience does count as a full-time teaching, but you need to provide documentation and proof of your full-time work. Okay? Now, we're going to the next page. Looking ahead. These are some examples of the money you could be making if you have 15 years of teaching at let's start with 8. If you have 8 years of teaching, a master's degree plus 30 credits, and your professional development courses, you would be making $103,291. If you have 15 years of teaching experience at the NYC public schools with a master's degree plus 30 credits and your professional development courses, you would be making $123,939. Okay, now that's yearly. And here we have the scans. You can scan these QR codes. We have the UFT resources, NYCPS resources, and the salary webinar recording. And as you can see, we have 3 QR codes standing. So if you would like to just click on them, and that would bring you to the website, and then you would have different tabs open. Alternatively, as I suggested to you at the beginning of the webinar, you can screenshot every single different code, and you can do a reverse search. Okay, thank you. We're going to go to the next page. Now, it's very, very important to be aware that we have amazing benefits. So this is our robust benefits. We have comprehensive health insurance, which includes dental, vision, and prescription drugs. These are provided by our UFT, which we are so grateful for. Some of the plans require no employee contribution. Annual retention bonuses prorated during the first year and increase each year. Membership with United Federation of Teachers, enrollment in pension plan. NYC public school employees are eligible for many additional benefits, including commuter benefits, a college savings program, an employee discount on everything from technology and media to travel and education. In addition, scholarships, financial incentives, and other special programs are available to many employees. We're going to go to the next page. This is a very important page for the people that are interested in applying for the loan forgiveness program. This is the Federal Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Again, my suggestion would be to screenshot. Alternatively, of course, you can scan the QR code. NYC public school employees may also be eligible for Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. The PSLF program forgives the remaining balance on your direct loan after you've made the equivalent of 120 qualifying monthly payments under an accepted repayment plan while working full-time for an eligible employer. In this case, it would be New York City Public Schools. We're going to go to the next page now. New teachers in NYC hit the ground running with professional resources and learning opportunities tailored just for them. In addition to the many career development opportunities available to all teachers, we offer robust support for our new teachers in person, online, and in community settings. These include New Teacher Week. New Teacher Week is an annual event where new teachers can get inspiration from special guest speakers, learn about key policies, engage with the United Federation of Teachers, and network with their fellow teachers. School-based mentoring. New hires with an initial or Trans B license are assigned an experienced and trained mentor teacher to support professional growth throughout their first year. First class newsletter, a monthly digital bulletin for first year teachers that spotlights vetted resources, teaching tips, and answers to common new teacher questions. Teachers in New York City public schools, no matter where they are in their careers, also have access to professional development opportunities at their school, including coaching, professional development days, and after-school learning opportunities. In addition to the school-based support, optional development opportunities are made available by various teams, including NYC Public School offices and the U of T. We also offer digital resources for busy teachers to find resources for the classroom and regularly stay connected to opportunities to extend their learning and impact. And here is another video in the next page that we will play for you.
I was fortunate that my principal let me become her mentor. I feel it makes teaching even more enjoyable because you're responsible to hear out your mentees' ideas, and we get to learn from each other, like our different teaching styles.
Being open to feedback, because at the end of the day, your mentor wants you to be a better teacher. They're not trying to criticize you.
To be a new teacher coming to New York City, it can be intimidating, and to know that you're going to have someone within your academic subject area to support you is something that I think everyone should know that is offered from New York City.
We have a lot of phys ed teachers that were able to collaborate, we're able to share ideas to make the experience better for the students. Some students are individual and some do have different triggers. It's nice to ask a veteran teacher, you had this student for 3 years, what did you do that helped this student?
Other people have the same issues. It's not just you. You're not alone on an island. Like, other people are experiencing the same thing, veteran teachers, rookie teachers.
We're very fortunate here, and being able to just bounce ideas off and learn from what other people are doing is just so great.
Great. We're going to go to the next page. I saw a raised hand. We will be taking questions at the end. However, please feel free to add your questions to the Q&A. Thank you. Now, we have teacher leader opportunities. You can earn up to an additional $20,000 per year, and you can be a model teacher, a master teacher, a peer collaborative teacher. You can scan the QR code here. We're going to wait for you to scan it or, again, screenshot it. Teacher leader opportunities include leading a laboratory classroom, facilitating professional collaborations, coaching peers and colleagues, advocating in leadership conversations. We're gonna begin talking about early childhood, moving forward to the next slide. Early childhood overview and job opportunities. Now, early childhood education settings, we can start talking about early childhood education and our two mayoral initiatives, 3K and pre-K. Studies show that children enrolled in quality early education are better prepared academically, socially, and emotionally to succeed in elementary school and beyond. This is why NYC Public Schools has made it a priority over the last several years to provide high quality early childhood education programs for all New Yorkers. With that goal in mind, the Pre-K initiative is currently serving all 32 districts, supporting 40,000 students. Early childhood teacher candidates can work in one of 4 early childhood settings in New York City. These district schools, pre-K centers, charter schools, or community-based organizations, also known as CBOs. You can see the 4 settings represented on my school's map that you can see here in the picture, which is a free online resource for all prospective teachers. Again, we have a QR code that you can scan. The different settings are represented by different color hands, which you can see on the right-hand side. District schools and pre-K centers are marked in light blue, and these are early childhood classrooms located in district elementary schools, and there are about 700 plus across New York City. Pre-K centers are standalone buildings that only offer 3K and pre-K grades and classrooms. If you work at one of these sites, you are an employee of New York City Public Schools. You must hold an NYC State Early Childhood Teaching Certification by the start of the school year to work in one of those settings. Charter schools are marked with green hands. NYCPS work with about 15 to 20 charters in NYC that offer early childhood programs. They usually have their own HR and hiring practices, but this is an option for you as a teacher candidate. NYC Early Education Centers, known as community-based organizations, CBOs, are marked with orange hands. CBOs are independent community-based organizations that are contracted with NYC Public Schools to provide free early education programs. Also, this includes 4410 and 4201 programs that are state-sponsored but are contracted by NYC Public Schools to provide programming exclusively for students with disabilities that are very young, 3K to 3K. There are 1,200 across New York City, and we can look at how many orange hands you can see on the map. So we have the 3K finder map. Each CBO employs its own teachers. There are not employees of New York City. As a teacher candidate, it is important to understand the benefits of CBOs in order to maximize your job search and potential to secure a teaching position. One thing that sets CBOs apart is that they are 100% focused on early childhood education. Because of these, all activities, classroom layout, professional development for teachers, selection of education, family and community programming are done with young children. There is a sound coming in, like a big wind gust. Can we just see what that is? They are also known for the small size, family feel, and their connection to the communities. No, I'm still on the page. Go back a page, please. Okay. They're also known for the family feel and the connection to the communities. This allows for more supportive environment that really is valuable to a new teacher and allows you to establish a strong relationship with the families and communities right from the start. Because there are so many CBOs across the city, they really vary in size, location, and mission. Some of these organizations run by nonprofit and community-based programs. Others are nursery schools or daycare centers. This allows, as a candidate, for you to tailor your job search and find a position that meets your educational philosophy and your teaching needs, whether those are based on geography or position. CBOs are the only opportunity through NYC Public Schools to be a lead teacher without yet having your New York State certification. The not yet certified position may be of interest to some of you that might not be certified by the start of the next school year, but are interested in getting classroom experience and earning a salary now. Let's take one final look at the map at all those orange hands that are CBOs. Every year we see that the vast majority of hiring is happening in this setting, and we foresee that this trend will continue this year. If you are already certified in early childhood, be sure to say yes to CBOs on your teacher application so that hundreds of hiring managers can have access to your resume. You can view positions on early childhood board, and you can maximize your job opportunities. Now I'm going to pass it on to my colleague so she can continue with pages 25 to 50. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Could I have the next slide, please?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to spend a little time on the application process. So keep in mind, you are going to be emailed these slides. So I'm just going to give you a few important information that you need to know to continue. Next slide, please. I need everyone to know that all New York City teachers must hold a valid teaching certificate from New York State Education Department in order to qualify for permanent teaching position at the New York City Public Schools. Most of our applicants have already earned or will have earned their certification by the time they plan to do full-time teaching. If you are in a teacher preparation program or hold a teaching certificate in another state, you must apply for New York State certification at nyced.gov. You should submit your New York City teacher application while you're completing your certification requirements or while you're awaiting your certification. You do not need to wait until your certification is finalized in order to apply. However, there are a few unique teaching opportunities if you aren't yet certified, which we'll talk about in the next few slides. Okay, so on the next slide, we have something called an internship certificate. If you're at the point of your schooling, you may have an opportunity to obtain an internship certificate. It is available for students that have completed at least 50% of an approved New York State graduate program leading to an initial certificate. The certificate helps to meet the immediate needs across New York City, obtain hands-on experience while completing your degree and your certificate requirements, and it also gives you the opportunity to earn a full-time salary while you are still in school. For those of you interested in this internship certificate, you must complete the teacher application with New York City Public School and upload the eligibility letter, which is found on our website. Okay, so the certificate is only valid for 2 years. You have to have complete at least 50% of your program, and you have to complete the New York City Public School application, and the letter is going to be given to you through your campus office. Okay, could we have the next slide, please? So the goal is for everyone to complete their New York City Public School application on teachnyc.net. Everyone who is interested in teaching in New York City Public Schools in the upcoming year must complete their application at teachnyc.net. So the question becomes, should you wait to be certified before you apply? Please don't, okay? Please, we encourage you to apply before your certification is issued. It is actually recommended and expected. Please do not wait because it could cause a delay in your employment. It is important to note that New York State Education Department is separate from the New York City Public School. The New York State Education Department is the main entity that issues certifications. So if they say you're certified, then you're able to be hired by New York City Public Schools. Make sure that you're working closely with your college certification office to ensure that you have completed all your requirements And certifications are now issued on a rolling basis, so that way you could get your certification faster and it would make it easier for you to be hired. So you might be wondering, what is the application process? So on the next slide, you'll see the full application process. The steps that we'll be covering in the upcoming slides are on how to complete the common profile and your teacher application. A bit of information, next slide please. From last year, 2025, 30% of our applications were started before March. 40% were completed before July 15th. It was a roughly 8 days between when the application was started and when it was submitted, and an average of 83 days between when you submitted your application and when you were hired. The key and note information to take away from this is, please submit your application as soon as possible. So how do you start the application? On the next slide. This is a screenshot of what teachnyc.net will look like, and this is where you will apply. Once you get to teachnyc.net, you're going to click on Apply Today. It will show a drop down of all the different applications that you could choose from. Teacher application, you're going to select Certified Teacher Application. For those that will be certified in early childhood, or if you're interested in a CBO, you're going to select CBO application. As of now, it is currently closed, but you do have the option to express interest in the CBOs. Before you start any application, we strongly suggest that you check out the teacher application guide. And on the next slide, you could see the code that you could scan, and it will help walk you through the process. It shares a wealth of information from preparing for the application, how to create an account, completing the common profile, tips and notes. There's also frequently asked questions, and it also introduces you to our online support center. So I strongly recommend that you look through the application guide before you start your application. So next slide, you'll see how you need to create an account. If you are a new user, you will select a new user. However, if you use the application in a previous year, you can use the previous login information that you had to gain access. If for any reason you cannot remember or you're not sure if you've been in our system before, please select Not Sure. Okay, you're going to register for an account, and on the next slide, the screen is going to look like this. You will have to complete all the required information and register your account before you can move to the next step. This is a secure government website, so your personal information is protected, but you would need to provide your email, your social security, and your password in order to move forward with the application. On the next slide, some quick things to look for. Here's an example of what the icons and the required fields would look like on the application that you would need to complete. Okay, so on the next slide, the first part of the application is your profile. And the second part is the application itself. The account information and work eligibility portion, it's basic contact information, your work eligibility. You must, in order to work in New York City, you must meet certain citizenship, and residency requirements. You must complete all parts of the eligibility questions, especially if you answered yes to the work authorization status and indicate your specific work authorization status. The education portion, you need to enter your educational history, both from high school and post-secondary education. If you hold multiple advanced degrees, please start with your undergraduate degree first and then enter any additional degrees. References and experience, please include that in that section. It also is used to help determine your starting salary, so please make sure everything is inputted correctly. Some additional information to include would be a resume. We encourage you to upload it in PDF format so that way it preserves your formatting. Then there's also a disclaimer and release statement that you need to acknowledge in order to move forward with the application. On the next slide, the second part is the application itself. Some main parts of the application, include your certification documents, which would either be your proof of certification or a letter from your university, and that option is for the internship certificate. You need to include resume and work history, your academic history, your professional references. Additionally, you might want to include some Common Core aligned lesson plans and also a personal statement. The goal of this is to provide evidence that shows and demonstrates that you are a polished professional who has thoughtfully submitted an application to the New York City Public Schools. Your response can affect your engagement. For example, if you identify you prefer the Bronx, you may be invited to online and in-person events for hiring that targets the Bronx. Your availability on the next slide. Please select the earliest month that you'll be certified and ready to work. If you indicate that you are available this school year, you'll receive outreach that are related to mid-year hiring. Okay, on the next slide, it's very important to specify your preferences. Grade level. Please make sure the grade levels that you select for your preference matches what area you're certified in. Please don't select middle school if your certification is in high school grades, or else you would not be able to get hired. The borough preference, you need to pick your top 3 boroughs that you prefer. As you know, New York City Public School is the largest school district in the country with over 1,600 schools in 5 boroughs. However, if you only have 2 preferences, just put no preference for the third option. There's also an option for District 75, which is a non-geographic district providing quality and rigorous individualized educational programs to students with significant challenges. If you are in an eligible certification area, your resume may be shared with District 75 schools, so you can indicate interest on your application as well. If you're interested in working in a CBO on the next slide, please check the button that says yes to CBOs. That way, your information will be shared with community-based organizations, even though you have not yet gotten your New York State certification. Certified teachers working in CBOs now make the same starting salary as teachers that work in New York City public schools and pre-K centers. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. Thank you. Teacher certification. For each certification or extension you hold, please input the information, including the status of your certification, what type of certification you have, the subject area, the grade level, the date it was issued or the expected date it was issued, and the pathway that you use to get certified. Please note that you need to enter this information for each certificate or extension that you hold. Next slide, proof of certification. One common reason that holds up applications is because candidates do not upload the correct or current evidence to support that they are certified or are on track to be certified. Okay, you submit an electronic copy of your current teacher certification, or you could take a screenshot of your teacher account to show that you're active and you're current and you hold a New York State certification. If you are on track to receive your certification by September 2026, you must submit an on-track letter that you would get from your college or your university And if you scan the code, you'll see a sample of what those letters would look like. Next slide. Even though we do not require you to use the resume template, we do provide a sample template that is also in the teacher application guide. But we would also encourage you to take advantage of your Career Services Center at your college or university for help with your resume. The next slide, some tips for resume composition. You'll have a chance to upload a resume, another copy of your resume, in the application, in addition to what you submitted on the Common Profile. This is a chance to ensure that your resume reflects your experience and qualifications to become a teacher. Your resume is a critical part of your first impression, so here are some tips for your resume. Remember the audience you are addressing. List all your qualifications. Make sure you use examples. Keep the format in mind, and don't forget to review your application after you have uploaded it into New Teacher Finder. So the application process. After you have completed your Common Profile and the teacher application, you will receive a confirmation email from the Office of Teacher Recruitment saying that they have received your application. All applications are reviewed to determine certification eligibility. Once you have met all our standards, you'll be entered in the New Teacher Finder, and that way you can officially start your job search. So on the next page, you will see a potential tentative deadline timeline. Okay. The application opened on January 12th and remains open through the summer. There are a lot of principals that hire mid-year, so they might post job listings or they might use the New Teacher Finder to look for applicants. Keep in mind, we have something called early commitment, which is an initiative for candidates certified in high-need subject areas to be able to accept positions in certain districts before budgets are released for peak hiring. So keep in mind, early commitment, you would be offered a job before June 16th. So on the next slide, it's just a brief overview of our early commitment program. You're subject to stipends up to $5,000, and some districts that are participating in the early commitment program are listed on the screens below. All subjects are eligible. Schools within select districts can hire candidates between March and June. So that's why we encourage you to submit your application as soon as possible. Keep in mind, next slide, the early commitment deadline is March 5th, which is just around the corner. On the next slide, so requirements to teach at New York City Public School. First, you need to be certified, and that is done through the New York State website. You need to submit an application, which is done at the teachnyc.net. And then you need to make your outreach and network to find a position that suits you. I would turn it back to my colleague.
I am sorry, I was busy answering all the questions you have put in the chat. Thank you so much for being so attentive and bringing us all these questions. Hopefully, I got to answer as many as I possibly could. I was just trying to do my very best. So, finding your fit, we're just going to go to the next page. So one way you can promote success in your job search is by considering districts, neighborhoods, and schools where the talents are most needed. If you are certified in certain high demand subject areas, this is especially true. Oh, I want to take a quick a brief break. I'm going to go as fast as possible, and I want to apologize for the sound coming before we have resolved this issue. If you're really determined to work here, you should also think strategically about where you're looking for a position. If you want to go where the jobs are, consider teaching positions in the Bronx and Brooklyn. This year, 52% of our new hires occur in schools and in these two boroughs. It is important that you find a school that's right for you, but do not exclude schools because they are slightly out of your comfort zone or they're in a different borough from where you live. Almost all of our schools are easily accessible by public transportation, and we have students who need great teachers in all 5 boroughs. I don't know if you heard the news. Our UFT president, we can go to the next page, went on the news to say that District 75 is in desperate need of teachers. So if you are special education certified, please come and join us and indicate that. And here we have the high need subject areas, which brings me to this very point that I'm making. Special education, guys, is number 1. Number 2 is science. 3 is mathematics. 4 is English as a new language, my certification, ML, ELL, or TESOL. Bilingual education, world languages, career and technical education. These are the main areas that we're looking for. So we're going to go to the next page, and we are going to talk about finding the right position for you. Research schools online, conduct outreach to schools directly, use your new teacher finder and other job boards, network with colleagues, professors, and friends, attend NYCPS networking events that will be made available to you as soon as you apply. You will be getting relevant emails to help you moving forward. So we're going to go to the next page. The new teacher finder, NTF. So it's a new search tool. And once you submit your high quality application, as I was saying before, you will get access to New York Teacher Finder. You will be able to log in and use this in several ways. Number 1, your application profile will become viewable to principals and recruiters. You will be able to search for teaching positions. It's important to know that not all principals list positions in the NTF, but many do. And this will give you a sense of what's out there. Principals may not post positions, but they could be reviewing resumes to see which candidates can be good fit for their schools. If you're certified in a high need subject area, you may receive invitations to New York City Public Schools sponsored recruitment events during the spring or summer. It's important to know not all candidates are invited to all events online and in person. Overall application quality, event capacity, and current certification needs are taken into great consideration when inviting candidates. We have many questions regarding that, guys. So it's important. It's based on your license in most of the cases. We're going to go to the next page, please. And this is how you can use your new teacher finder. You can do search all positions. That's what I would do. And then you can just put in your position, the borough, the grade level, and your subject area. And then everything pops up in the search results. Okay. Now, let's go to the next page. So you can also search for schools online, find a school. Like we said at the beginning, we have new schools that are opening soon. We're going to go to the next page. You can click on the quality for direct links for the school quality guides and the reports for that school. And this way you can see the information about school programs, finances, etc. Now, you need to be standing out virtually. We're going to go to the next page. Update your spotlight in the new teacher finder. You need to have letters of recommendation. You need to have a great cover letter, a demo lesson, and a portfolio. We gave you a sample of your resume. I would personally be using Canva. It is fabulous. It gives you amazing templates, and it's free for New York City teachers. Know that your demo lesson should be uploaded to an online platform like Google or Dropbox, and make sure you are sharing this for whoever has access to view, okay? Make sure it's in a mode that people can see. With the right strategies and approaches, you can find the position that is right for you. Now we're going to talk about next steps and questions. I believe that I have answered. There is no questions left. I believe most of them. I'm sorry, I had a little bit of a drop of my connection. Hopefully you didn't miss much. We're going to the next page. So we're going to be offering you our teaching support center. Please, again, scan the QR code, or you can also take a screenshot. And like I have advised you, you can do a reverse search. Access answers at any time or night. Hundreds of articles covering working at NYC Public Schools, certification, the onboarding process, and more. Submit help desk inquiries for individualized support. We are here for you. The online support center can be there for you 24/7. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us. Okay, this is at teachnyc.net/stay connected full. You can follow us on social media. We have Teach NYC on Facebook, Teach NYC official, NYC Public Schools in LinkedIn, and we have Teach NYC in YouTube. We are very, very active. Please join us. And you can also check our YouTube channel and watch recordings of all the information sessions, teacher spotlights, and more.